Good evening, Master. Good evening. Good evening, friend Norton, channel. We feel vibrations a little different today in both of you. Vibrations a little below the usual ones because of activities, daily tasks, because of stress, because of anxiety. In short, because of things from the material world. This is a very natural thing to happen, and gradually we must be prepared for these moments of energies, let's say, less qualified. We all have these moments, and these moments must be quickly overcome so that we vibrate in the positive energies again. It is important to have a calm mind, no matter how much the day-to-day troubles cause this energy to lower. If the mind is vibrating properly, these energies end up rising automatically and quickly. So no matter how nervousness or stress takes over temporarily, momentarily, it is important for the mind to be aware of what is happening. And in this way, it is possible to return to the most appropriate vibrational state. When the mind is affected by activities in the earthly world, there is a greater difficulty in seeking the balance of energies. Therefore, special human beings, we know that because of the daily activities of life, because of being active on planet Earth, in the earthly world, there are many possibilities to get out of balance. But it is important, especially important, that you know how to get this balance back. You must know that you have the share of divine energy within you, and that divine energy will always be in your being. However much the atrocities of the material world affect your physical bodies, the divine energy of love, wisdom, and divine power will always be with you. The threefold flame will always be with you. It is an integral part of your being. What happens in these imbalances is a distancing from the divine energy of your being. But the energy will always be there. It will always be there. So it is important to keep this in mind. When this reasoning is truly clear about returning to your balance, it is enough to gradually release what obscures this energy. And then this energy that is and always will be within you comes back to work, balancing your bodies, balancing the energy frequency. I know that it is not easy at times to get rid of these veils that cover up the threefold flame, the energy of your divine self. But when you have the view that this energy never ceases to exist within you, everything is easier. Everything is overcome faster. Many of you think that this divine light is somewhere outside your bodies, and that in these moments of imbalance, they distance themselves from your bodies. And then, to get back into balance, you imagine that these energies must return to you, And often, the return of that energy makes things more difficult. The energy does not return. But this is a totally mistaken thought. The energy is always within you, always. Therefore, it is enough for you to connect again with the energy of your own being. Comparing yourself with a source of light, such as a lamp, the lamp within you is always on, always shining. In moments of imbalance, what happens is that this light from the lamp is obscured by things, by dirt, by obstacles that prevent it from shining. Removing the obstacles, cleaning the dirt, the light from this lamp will fully illuminate again. This is a comparison that you must make. This is an example that you must keep in mind. For this balance to return, it is necessary to have a calm mind. It is necessary to empty the mind of all the thoughts which many times the ego itself tries to occupy with nonsense, with superfluous information that will fill your head, and things that obscure your lamp in the example given previously. Therefore, we must increasingly get rid of the obstacles that the ego puts in front of us and vibrate in divine love, vibrate in divine power, in divine wisdom. Then, my beloved ones, you will see things happening very differently. Then you will increasingly experience the small miracles in your lives, small events that will demonstrate to you the joy of vibrating the divine energy, the joy of vibrating a mindset that is free from fear, free from hatred, free from anger. Finally, free from the problems that the ego tries to pose as obstacles for you. It is in this way, practical and direct, that you must react in times of imbalance. Each of you will find the best way for your minds to be free from these obstacles. We know that it is not easy. We know that many live several lives and cannot get rid of these issues. However, we know that the world is evolving, and people who experience this period are much more prepared to seek this balance, let's say, much more prepared than in the whole history of mankind. Evidently, there are still strings attached. There are still beliefs that block these possibilities. But my dear special human beings, be sure that you are more and more prepared to get rid of these obstacles that the ego poses to you. I tell you that it is necessary that you go looking for different ways to maintain this balance. Yes, for many of you, this will be an empirical way of pursuing this path. But it is important that you do things differently, try different solutions to seek this balance. Some will find this balance in meditation, others in prayers, others in the simple act of closing the eyes, others in a deep breath. But all of you must know that all these forms have a single goal: to get rid of the obstacles that obscure your divine light. To get rid of it, my friends, my dear human beings, of those situations that bring discomfort. Get rid at all costs of moments that make your energies go down. Get rid of influences, situations, people that make your energies go down. You know exactly what brings a drop in energy. Yes, you do know. Therefore, with all the divine intelligence that you have, get rid of these situations. If you know that a certain situation in your life, imbalances happen, think intelligently about how to avoid this situation. If you know that meeting a person or going to a certain place, you become unbalanced, why not avoid these situations? If you know that a relationship is harmful, why remain in the toxicity of a relationship? If you know that a particular work environment is harmful to you, what makes you think that it will benefit your lives? I know it is not easy, but think with divine intelligence, and do not be afraid. Many people end up living a lifetime in obscurity because of being afraid of change, because they are afraid of what lies ahead. I tell you, dear special friends, fear is one of the worst things in this contemporary world. Fear makes you stay out of balance for a long time, in obscurity, covering the lamp of your being. Be sure that when you are in balance, when the divine light, the threefold flame, is fully shining in your body, in your bodies, be sure that your lives will be abundant. Your lives will be truly lived to the fullest, because you are children of God. You carry the portion of energy from God, and when this energy is fully exposed, totally bright, nothing will be lacking. This is the message that Jesus Christ wanted to pass, and that was misunderstood by many throughout the history of mankind. And now you can have a greater clarification with our messages. That is why I, Master Saint Germain, am here weekly with you to lead you out of the darkness. Have a great week, everyone. So be it, so it is. It is done. Thank God. Thank God.